Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Katelyn from Katelyn Plans, and today I'm going to be doing a big catch-all spread for the week of May 3rd through 9th. This is the first of my final research papers due this week, and I'm hoping to do another functional spread again. Maybe not as functional as last week. I want to incorporate some more decorative elements. Let me show you what sticker books I have picked out. So I want to do another Jungle Vibes spread. I did one a few weeks ago, and I know I have the Out for Adventure books coming in the mail from my back to school order, and they're kind of similar, but I think the direction I'm going to take this spread in won't contrast, or it won't be the same as if I use Out for Adventure. I'm pairing those books with the Teresa Collins Be Happy box book, as well as this Happy Illustrations book. And it feels a little scattered right now, but trust me, I have it all worked out in my head. The application to paper might be a little bit different than I envisioned, but hopefully everything goes as planned. The first sticker I'm going to place is this sidebar. It is an elephant. It says enjoy life. I am doing like a red and pink color scheme in this spread. I'm going to bump this down. It'll make sense in a minute. But I think I realized last time I did a Jungle Vibe spread that not being discerning about the color kind of set me back a step. I've seen multiple Jungle Vibes spreads on Instagram, flipping to the Be Happy box. But anyway, I've seen multiple Jungle Vibes spreads, and I think people have been doing really cool stuff where they just pick one specific color out of the Jungle Vibes book and use that as their color palette. So I'm doing like a red and pink kind of thing. I have more whiteout. It came in the mail, so I'm going to get rid of that notes icon. It was a rough week last week with that whiteout on hand. So we're picking one of these. I'm going to do the ones that are fully colored in with the gold foil, or fully foiled, I guess. This one says be happy and smile. And this is going to go up here. I'm hoping that the foil kind of shows up on camera. Sometimes it just like either looks like super dark or super light, but it's gold foil here in person. From Happy Illustrations, I am going to be pulling the Monstera leaves and only the Monstera leaves. So this sheet of them right here, and then probably this smaller sheet. I know I said I wanted like a red and pink color palette, but I'm going to use these as kind of like a layering sticker. So, like, if I take these, I'm going to cut them like that. This is going to go back on the sheet for now. I might use it somewhere else in the spread. Unlike those chicken butts that I talked about in 2 catch-all videos ago, like, I still don't know what to do with those. I just, like, feel guilty throwing out sticker scraps if they're a decent size. Now I'm like flipping through all the books that I have here on the table. I'm looking for the jungle animals that are paper. These ones right here. I'm gonna pull this fire-breathing tiger, I guess. Although that's gonna kind of intersect the Be Happy and Smile. Maybe I flip into the mini book. The animals are a little bit smaller in there, as you would assume. It is the mini version of this sticker book. Okay, so here's what we have in this one. No more fire-breathing tigers, but we will pull something else. I'm going to take this one and layer it into this cluster. I picked these ones, because they're paper-backed, so the transparency won't be an issue if I'm layering over things. And also because they're outlined in pink, and I'm doing like a pink and red kind of theme. I'm going to replicate that kind of cluster down here. This one says, happy mind, happy life. I'm trying to make this another spread where I don't keep everything within the lines. I felt like that was probably why last week's catch-all spread felt a little boring to me, besides it being like the most functional thing I've done in a while. I really liked that black and white one that I did with these Teresa Collins stickers, so I'm kind of like pulling inspiration from that, but this is a more tropical take on that. I'm going to pull the zebra next, which I think is my favorite of all the animals in here. I mentioned like maybe twice now, but I love the Out for Adventure sticker book. That's the new one from the Back to School release, and it's very, very similar to Jungle Vibes, except instead of jungle animals, it has birds and like bird watching people in it. They're kind of like Squad Girls. I know people are kind of like iffy on them. I think they're really cute. Maybe that opinion will change once I get the stickers in my hands, but from the flip-throughs I saw, they looked cute. And that's why I wasn't too concerned about doing this spread this week, even though I know that an Out for Adventure spread will be like coming very shortly, because that's probably going to be the first book I use. I feel like the Out for Adventure spread is just going to be like bird themed again. I feel bad for anyone who's afraid of birds, and I've been like making all of these bird spreads. Obviously, I am not afraid of birds. I really like birds. I have two good-looking clusters going on. I'm going to keep building off of them, but I'm going to switch over to the other page for now, just so I don't waste all of my stickers on one half of the spread. The last of the completely filled in boxes is this one that says, "Make your dreams happen." I'm thinking I'm going to do like a giant kind of cluster, maybe on the weekend. I'm just trying to figure out like the best way to do this. We'll go up here. Yeah, that looks good spacing wise. Like these aren't completely in line. If they were completely in line, I don't know if I'd like it as much, but having it shifted down a bit helps. I think those were the only stickers I was planning on using from Teresa Collins, so I'm going to get that out of the way for now. Now I'm going to take my Monstera leaves and slice these up. I'm thinking big tropical cluster on Saturday, Sunday. My paper for my collections, like it's a seminar on collecting practices in the early modern era, so like Renaissance, Baroque. And that is going to be due on Friday. And then my other major research paper for the semester is due the following Monday on the 10th. So this is going to be a working weekend, but it's going to be my last working weekend of the semester, which makes me happy. Granted, I'm going to be working all summer on my thesis because that needs a lot of work right now. I've kind of set aside all of my brain energy to work on these two papers, and now I'm realizing that the thesis also needs like 10 times the brain energy that these shorter papers need. I'm thinking it needs a darker leaf in that cluster to kind of break it up. I do like it kind of evenly spaced like that, but I think a darker leaf will make it look just a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to take this one and put it right here. It's a little bit too horizontal for my liking, but I think once I keep layering things on top of this cluster, it'll get a little bit better. I'm going to go over to the smaller stickers on this sheet and pull this one. And then that's going to like go right here, but I need to slice that. I don't know why I said slice. I meant like cut with scissors. I feel like slicing and cutting with scissors are two completely different things. Like if I was using an X-Acto knife, that's probably what I would say, but I'm not. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. These are going to go off to the side for now. I want to stick some more animals in. Maybe this is where the fire-breathing tiger makes its appearance, because we do have a little bit more room to play with. Like, it's hard to layer over the full box because there's text in it. But maybe if I hadn't put that sticker there, this would be better suited for the cluster. Peeling this one up. It's just going to go on my hand for now. And then I'll kind of put this into the cluster. Looking good. I wonder if it would look weird to have this kind of sticking out the front of his body as if he's like overlapping the cluster a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks a little weird. And if I put it here, it looks like he has a second tail. So that's also not going to work. To continue to break up some of that green, I'm going to use these paper-backed pink diamond stickers and overlap these into the clusters. I really like these. I'm also thinking rainbows in this spread. I'm not normally a huge rainbow person, but these rainbows are so cute. And they also bring together the color palette that I'm really trying to use in this one. So, like, why not? I put a few of them over there. I do want to make sure they get into the other clusters. I mean, I think I have way more than I need of these little diamond shapes. So I can use them in a different spread after this, but I do want to make sure that everything gets covered and I don't forget about something. Sometimes I film these videos and then I'm like, I said I was going to do this and I didn't do that. And then, like, I'll do it off camera, like after the video is filmed. And then I have to make the decision of, do I update the thumbnail to include things that I didn't do in the video? Like, for example, last week I needed to, like, put a bunch of page flags in to mark some tasks. And I didn't do that on video. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to wait until the picture is taken for the thumbnail before I go and do these. I don't know how much attention people actually pay to YouTube thumbnails. They're a pain in the butt to make, I'll tell you that. But also, I feel like as a YouTube viewer myself, if the thumbnail isn't great, I'm probably not going to watch the video. So, my thumbnails, I don't know how to feel about them. I think they do what they need to do, and that is good enough for me. Now I want to get into some more functional stuff. I like the shape on these boxes. The Out for Adventure book has boxes that are similar, but also different from these. They're like scalloped on the top, which I really like. I am going to put this one on Friday for the paper that I'm going to be turning in. Has little elephants on it. That's cute. I think I already used the other pink one in this book, so that's not an option. But I also have these for more functional stuff. I'm going to pull the zebra, and that's going to go on the Monday for a group project in the class ITA. Got moved to this date, so I'm going to want to put this on here. I don't want the zebra super close to this zebra, so I suppose putting it here is probably the best way to do it. And I'm also planning, I don't think I said this already, I'm also planning on doing checklists in this planner again this week, so checklists will go down there. I have an appointment and I have class on Wednesday, so I need some room. Like, I also want a checklist. Maybe I just keep it at this for now, and then when I put the checklist on the page, I'll crop it shorter. That typically will work. It looks a little weird in the grand scheme of things to have one checklist that's shorter than the rest, but I guess it works in theory, because if I have enough things on a day to warrant shortening a checklist, then I don't need all of those bullet points anyway. I'm going to find some checklists so we can check that off the list. I think the only ones that are in this book are these really cute little ones with the pointies, but I want to do like that pink and red color scheme again. So I'm going to look through some other books. Maybe just regular colorful boxes will have the color I want. I mentioned this in a previous video, but I deconstructed my colorful boxes. So I'm going to take these pink ones, these like hot pink, very close color match, if not exactly the same. And these ones are going to go on, I think, every day this week. I did it last week, and I said in my video that I was going to drop the daily out of my lineup because, like, planning in checklists is kind of the same in both planners. But I actually feel like I kind of, like, needed the daily some days. It's nice for those days where I'm going, like, to campus and we have it's not an office, we call it our grad lounge, but when I'm there and working, it's nice to like mentally get myself in the headspace by actually bringing my sticker books with me to like work, and then sitting down, planning the daily sheet, filling out the daily sheet, and then I open up my computer and I start getting stuff done on that list. And that's been like a good reset for me. Like, I didn't think I realized how helpful it was to like actually sit down and make the list. I thought it was going to be one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'll write the same things in this list as I will on the other list. But they've really been varying. These are like major checklist items, and the ones in the daily are like a little bit more divided up. So it's things like if I need to email someone back, I will use a bullet point for every single person that I need to respond to an email for. And it's nice to be able to like do it that way, because when I'm done with even one email, I get to check something off. I don't know if anyone else is motivated that same way with like checking things off, but it definitely helps me out. And there's also like weeks where I like will finish a day and I feel like I've done nothing. I'll have a checklist that nothing is checked off. And sometimes I will just go back to that checklist and add in some of the things that I did do. Because you can have a completely productive day and still not get the things done on the list if the things on the list aren't as important as what you did. I mean, the important things should probably be on the list, but sometimes important things arise after you've made the to-do list for the day, and it makes me feel better to see things checked off. So I will put them on the list after I've done them and then just like check them off. I kind of did them in a triangle. These ones are on the same level because these two boxes are full, but I think I actually want to peel this one up and move it up a box. A, to continue the pattern, but also I just think it'll look better or more interesting to have it this way. So I'm putting it right underneath this box. I know it's gonna go over the line at the bottom. Oh wait, these are sized for a classic. It's not gonna go over the line at the bottom. Looks fine to me. I'm actually like wishing it was slightly longer because there's a little bit of a gap. Not the end of the world. I said I wanted to get some rainbows in here. I'm pulling these from the classic sized book. This is the biggest one possible. And I'm gonna put that down here. They don't sit completely flat, which I didn't figure that out for the longest time, and I was like constantly readjusting one of these to like try to make it sit flush against the line, and then I realized it's never gonna happen because they both angle up. For some reason, my mind is like, you should stick a rainbow right here. It just doesn't make sense to have it right here, but it's so cute for some odd reason. Like, I don't know why I want it on top of my fire-breathing tiger, but my mind says I want to do it, so I'm going to do that. I think that means I should also layer another one into a different cluster. So I'm thinking maybe this one and then kind of like cutting it off with the page. I don't hate it up here. I think that looks fine. This is gonna be one of those spreads where everything is like super clustered. I'm taking this one that says Hello Beautiful Weekend and sticking it into this weekend cluster that seems to be absorbing everything. And it's just like this conglomeration of stickers, but I kind of like it. As far as I know, we don't have class on Thursday. So I'm gonna put this one here to mark no class on Thursday. I'm gonna spruce it up a bit with this little, I don't know what to call this, but it says noted. And I'm noting that there is no class. I'm back in the Teresa Collins book, and I'm gonna take some of these. What do I want? We'll go with Celebrate Small Victories. And I'm gonna place these down here, or at least one of them. I would consider turning in a paper a big victory, but you gotta celebrate the small ones too. Oh, okay, we got Take Time for Yourself, which is what I'm gonna be doing after I turn that paper in. I am gonna just relax for a little bit. I can't relax for too long because I gotta turn around and wrap up the other paper, but I will take the night off on Friday once I submit that. Next, I'm taking some gold foiled boxes to title all of my to-do lists. It just makes them feel more complete to me. I don't know, it's just something about it. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with like labeling this one. I think I'm just gonna do it like over this. I know I'm adding another sticker to the cluster, but I think it's fine. And I think it's fine because my theme was kind of like supposed to be over the top. So like giant cluster, I love it. It's also probably going to be my fun corner Friday because like I think this is just a cute little layout. Next, I'm going to take some gold boxes to mark my work shifts. So, okay, that's for the group project. I gotta get the COVID test done first, but I think I'll try to use like a pink box. And then this will be for my work shift. And then Tuesday, first thing we got is the work shift. And based on the like spacing of the day, I think I'm probably gonna head to our grad lounge and get work done there on Tuesday. Don't have anything on Wednesday. Thursday, I want to put this one up here because I have to get the COVID test done afterwards. I guess there really isn't a time constraint because I don't have class this day, but afterwards is probably good. Okay, so Thursday and then Sunday. I'm going to stick it down here because I feel like I'm going to want something more decorative in this box above it. Now I'm flipping into Live Creatively, and I'm going to take some of these page flags to mark out maybe when I'm going to be working on campus. Who knows? Hot pink, that'll match. I'm going to tentatively say Tuesday. Wednesday I have class, so that doesn't really work out well. Maybe I'll go on Thursday because we don't have class. And I'll just stay on campus after the COVID test. I normally like to go on Fridays. I have run out of the stars in the color palette I want, but this is gonna go up here. And then I'll probably go on the weekend, but I just like want more of these star page flags, and I feel like doing one of the other designs that are in this book would look weird. Like this is a solid one. I think I have some with hearts on them. Yeah, here's some hearts. I'll take that. Something decorative here, and then stick this here. I said I'd pick a pink one for the COVID test. Maybe I'll do red, because I haven't gotten a whole lot of red in here. It's a very pink spread. So these are gonna go on Monday and Thursday. I haven't gotten a lot of use out of the red colorful boxes, and I don't even know if this is like a true red. In some contexts it looks pink, and in others it looks red. In this spread it looks red. I really want to use this one here that says Wild at Heart, and I think that's the decorative element I want there. But also we have a lot of rainbows, so will it work or will it look like an overload? Yeah, it's an overload. I just need like maybe a solid gold quote or something. I love these, but that's just not gonna fit in just like the middle of the box. Although now that I see this page, I want stars in my already giant cluster. I think it'll help distribute the gold foiling to the edges. Like, it's not crazy. My Instagram description or like bio, what have you, says self-proclaimed maximalist, and like I feel like that's how I would describe most of my planner things. And if that's not like your style, like I don't know, maybe you get enjoyment out of watching someone use all of the stickers and then turning around and being super selective in your own planner, and that's fine by me. Planning is a very personal thing, and whatever, I just hit my Tombow adhesive, that was the noise. And whatever works for you is like whatever works for you. You don't owe it to anyone to plan a certain way. Thinking a trio over there in that cluster to cover up my little whiteout section. All right, so I was looking for something to put here. I pulled out Sassy Plans, and can you guess which one I'm gonna pick? Actually, I feel like a lot of these really apply, like work schedule, coffee, blah, 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 drive home, wine, which that makes sense. Today has been canceled, but that's blue, so that's not gonna work. We're going with Ain't Nobody Got Time for That, which is how I feel at this point in the semester. I have no idea how everybody seems to have time and I don't, but Sunday, that's the plan, is to maybe catch up on some of the lost time, I guess. I like it. It works for me. I'll make it more jungle vibesy by adding in a few of these little stars around it. I think I might have used up all of my stars, to be honest with you. Flipping into the mini book, and I have more, so crisis averted. And these ones are bigger than the ones in the classic book. I like that. So Ain't Nobody Got Time for That needs some stars. I'm gonna take this trio of them because I think it needs a little something right here. I also pulled this one from the mini book. It says just keep on going. Again, exactly what I needed to hear this week. I'm peeling up this sticker right here because I think the best place for it to go would be in this box. It just doesn't feel right in that cluster. So I'm going to center this one up here. Just keep on going. And that'll bring some more red in. And then I'll take this page flag. Not a lot of space on Tuesday for it. Maybe I put like a box down here to mark that I'm like taking a work day, and then this goes somewhere else. It'll go in place of the heart. That's exactly where it'll go. This is turning into one of those videos where I'm like, I don't know if you're like thinking this, but it's like one of those videos where I'm like, but wait, there's more. And it just keeps going into eternity. Okay, so this little red box is gonna remind me that I have to work on Tuesday. I'm gonna put the zebra on top of it for layering purposes. Come on. He's starting to tear a little bit. Well, I'm just gonna layer with what I got. So this is going here. I feel very sticker surgery right now. And I'm gonna press him gently back into place. Oh yeah, that turned out well. So that's reminding me to go to work. And I think that makes the cluster look good. Fills it out more. And I think the very, very last thing I need is to even out these gold bar stickers. So I'm gonna take a few more of them. And by a few more, I mean like 1 to 3 at the most. I'm taking Be Authentic. There's not a lot of good places to like put these. Like if I were to put it up here, this is a gold box, so it's the same color. I was originally gonna put it like here, but now that quote's there. I'm gonna kind of put it off the side of the page. I'm making sure that all the text is still readable, but I'm gonna do it like that. And then I'll take another one. I just want like a small thing. Shine Bright, that's a small one. And that'll go here. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it helps with what I have down here. So I'm gonna trim that, and then I'm gonna stick these back on the discs, and I'm gonna call it a day. Call it a day. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, so we're back on the discs. I know I said no more stickers. I just remembered that Allie from According to Allie is having another release on the 7th. I'm probably just gonna write it directly onto the page because I feel like we're in sticker overload right now. And if I keep going, sticker overload is gonna become a bad thing instead of the good thing that it is currently. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!